Good afternoon, Madison West community. Welcome. What a beautiful afternoon it is for us to celebrate wonderful scholars. On behalf of the Madison West administration, faculty, and staff, we welcome all of you to the 96th Madison West High School commencement ceremony. Joining us for today's ceremony is Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joe Gothard. Associate Superintendent of High School, Dr. Deb Hoffman. And members of the MMSD Board of Education, Martha Saravo and Ali Muldrow. At this time, we ask all of those that are able to please rise as the West Concert Choir performs the Star-Spangled Banner. This will be followed by the procession of the senior class and honor marshals and the reading of the land acknowledgement by Alicia Grant.
O'er the ramparts we watched, were so gathered. Good afternoon, everyone. It is with great respect that West High School acknowledges and celebrates the inherent sovereignty of the Ho-Chunk Nation and the 11 indigenous First Nations within what is now referred to as the state of Wisconsin. The sacred ancestral land you are standing on in Madison is that of the Ho-Chunk people. West High School will continue to grow and build upon our partnerships with the Ho-Chunk Nation and all First Nations.
Good afternoon, Regent scholars, families, friends, faculty, and staff. My name is Dan Kigea, proud principal of West High School, and I am truly honored to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. This class is very special to me. This is the group that came in with me as a new principal. They were freshmen and I was a first-year principal, so this is a very, very special occasion for me as well. But let's take a walk down memory lane for a moment. 4 years ago, you walked into West as freshmen and found a building that was torn apart by construction. Hallways were closed off. There was a detour here, a detour there. And as soon as you had all those hallways and classes figured out, we put up a new wall and added a new detour, and you were forced to learn and navigate the halls and the classrooms all over again. The familiar to you was suddenly foreign. At the same time, remember, we came in wearing masks. We couldn't see each other's smiles. We couldn't get to know each other through our faces because we were navigating what was the last vestiges of the global pandemic. It was not a start that anyone could have imagined. Yet despite that rough start, you were able to push through. You showed your resilience and you adapted and you adjusted. And today, having grown and gone through all that, we celebrate not just your graduation, but your incredible growth. As the graduating class of 2026, you have persevered through many tremendous challenges, all for a reason. Those early obstacles reveal to you what truly matters. It showed you that it is about forming relationships, building a community, and putting in hard work. Those are the things that matter. All of it has prepared you for what you are going to do next and what lies next for you. But as we reflect on that journey, we must also pause to remember those individuals of our West family who could not be here to cross the stage with us. Off to my right, we have a chair that is draped with flowers on it that is reserved for the members of the West community who are no longer with us. This year, sadly, we lost Sasha. Sasha Rosen was a bright light in the class of 2026 who was loved by many of you. Sasha's presence brought so much joy to West. His absence leaves a profound mark on our hearts. The way he lived should serve as a guiding light for each one of us. So class of 2026, as we move forward, let's honor Sasha by never forgetting and living for him. We also remember J.R. McFadden, our beloved safety and security assistant, also a proud graduate and alum of Madison West. J.R. had such a kind heart. He cared so deeply for every single one of us. He dedicated himself to keeping our community safe. He encouraged us, and he uplifted us to be our best. Both Sasha and JR are regents in the truest sense of the word. They will be deeply missed. They will never be forgotten. So class of 2026, as we celebrate you, we also honor and carry forward the spirit of these regents who are no longer with us. As you leave here today, though, this is what I want you to do. I want you to know that you're going to be stepping into a world that is full of uncertainty, littered with all of the challenges that one can imagine. Remember that an uncertain future is not something to fear, but rather an opportunity for you to shape. Your values, your beliefs, and ultimately your core principles will light your path. Your lived experiences from home, the guidance from your parents and loved ones will serve as your foundation for your journey. So as you enter that next phase in life, I offer this. Embrace the challenge. Accept that it's there. Know that you have the skills and the ability to outmaneuver, to overcome, and to overtake whatever steps in your way. Remember to lead with kindness and grace. Never turn away from offering a helping hand. In a world that can feel divided, know that you can be the one to build those bridges and create meaningful connections that bring people and communities together. Lastly, never forget the impact of your family and your friends. Cherish those relationships. The support you've received and the experiences you've had from them will continue to support you as you move forward. No matter where your path leads, stay true to them and hold them close and remember their words and their wisdom. Class of 2026, we are so very proud of you. I am very proud of you. Today, we are all gathered here to celebrate your incredible work and to wish you well. So as you leave here, leave knowing you have the power to influence. Leave knowing you are prepared. Leave knowing you are ready and capable. And above all else, leave knowing you are loved. Do not fear what lies ahead. Go out and embrace what the future has to offer. You can shape it and you can own it. Congratulations, class of 2026. At this time, I would like to bring to the podium Charlotte Sussman, who will be introducing our first student speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charlotte Sussman, and I'd like to begin by congratulating the class of 2026. We made it. I am honored to be a part of this year's graduation ceremony. When I was writing this, I kept looking for something magical and meaningful to say. I kept looking back through my 4 years, reflecting on swim, soccer, and clubs, looking for that big, important memory. But the truth is, that's not what high school was for me. It was small memories filled with laughs, smiles, and friendships. As you reflect on your time, I hope you remember more than just your big accomplishments, but all the small moments along the way. I feel a sense of excitement for each and every one of you, and I wish you all luck. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, graduate Rafael Garcia Duff.
Hello and good afternoon, West High School class of 2026. Thank you all for being here today as we gather to celebrate the 4 years of success that each one of us scholars has built through our journey at West High. I could stand here and pretend that my 4 years have been flawless, but in high school, perfection is impossible. In the 56 classes I've taken at West High, I've put in hours of work, yet never achieved what most think of as a perfect transcript, a 4.0 GPA. However, what my 4 years here at West High School has taught me is something far more important. Success isn't defined by grades. It's shaped by growth, resilience, and the meaning you find your own story. A failed test or a disappointing grade doesn't erase success, it helps build it. There are many teachers and staff members I'll remember from my time here at West High, from my first classes as a freshman to my final year as a senior. Not because their classes were easy by any means, but because they saw more in me than a poor test score or an assignment turned in late. They didn't dismiss my stumbles as just freshman year or brush it off as focus on what's ahead. Instead, they gave me a second chance, not just to retake a test, but to prove to them and to myself that a poor grade isn't a step backward, but an opportunity to learn. As you reflect on your last 4 years, I'm sure some of you sitting in the audience can think of a teacher who has believed in the same way, so I encourage you to thank them for the same reason. Walking into my very first period freshman year to walking out of West High School on June 10th, I felt a sense of empowerment. I felt seen. I'll never forget these halls, these classrooms, these teachers, and these students. What I've known for the past 4 years is now behind me, but it will never be forgotten. Standing here in front of all of you, I think of how it's not the large picture that paints your story of success, but the small things that suddenly become so important. I stand here feeling a sense of accomplishment, not just for myself, but for every single one of you. While I'm not sure what the future holds for all of us, I know that what matters is we keep succeeding through what we aspire, while we find curiosity and to find growth in whatever comes next. Thank you, class of 2026. For these last 4 years, they won't disappear, and neither will all of our impact on this school. At this time, I'd like to introduce the concert choir, who will be performing Stay Gold from the Broadway musical The Outsiders. Thank you.
Take me to Hello, everyone. My name is Mia Ozan, and some of you may know me from girls basketball, soccer, BSU, or just talking to anyone and everyone around the school. To start off, I'd like to give a huge congratulations to each and every graduate in this room. The work you've put in is finally paying off, and it feels good, doesn't it? Now, before I introduce my good friends and your second speaker, I'd like to make a quick announcement. Tonight, your girls' soccer team plays in the sectional final. If we win tonight, we will punch our ticket to the state tournament, in which we will be one of only 4 teams competing for the state title. And on behalf of the entire team, I would love to have everyone there supporting. It truly does make a difference in how we play. The game is at 7 p.m. at Waunakee High School, and we hope to see each and every one of you there. But without further ado, I am so grateful to introduce my good friend and your next speaker. She is a 3-time published author, restorative justice practitioner, student leader, and she holds a very special place in my heart. Through her writing, advocacy, and dedication to her community, she has made a lasting effect on the people around her. Please join me in welcoming the Maliha Numan.
Distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, and most importantly, students, welcome. I am honored to be standing before you today. Over the past 4 years, I have learned that labels are often too small for lived experiences. We spend so much time defining ourselves by what we're good at, where we're going, how others see us. But those definitions only scratch the surface. They don't account for setbacks, pressure, or growth. A single word will never do justice to the 4 years of our lives, and because of this, I won't attempt to define you. I do not know every challenge you have faced to be here today. I do not know what you have loved, lost, or sacrificed for, and I will not pretend to. Rather, I will focus on the one feeling that is always true, the one underlying emotion that I am certain to some extent every one of you knows: ambiguity. Ambiguity is the gray. It is the awareness of discomfort and no immediate desire to change it. It is the nerves and the relief. It is grieving for the end of a chapter and bracing for the next. Throughout our time as regents, we have fought for spaces that mattered to us, whether that was a field, a court, a club, a stage, or in my case, room 2401. These spaces grounded us even when we didn't know it. They offered us friendships, conversations, and above all, they gave us a chance to be seen. In the restorative justice classroom, I learned the respect that follows gratitude. I learned how to speak with purpose. I learned how to listen intentionally, and even more, I felt seen in a building so big. I hope that the spaces you found, the ones you can call yours, taught you something like this. Whether it was how to cope with failure or what it means to be patient, I hope that every one of you can look back at your time at West High School and know that you had a place. What I've learned, however, is that these spaces do not substitute uncertainty. They give us the strength to navigate them. It is easy for young adults like ourselves to overlook ambiguity, to find comfort in fact. We are taught to believe that knowing is the goal and that having everything figured out is what it means to succeed. But I'm here to remind you that there is a nuance and complexity that cannot be explained, analyzed, or taught. It is simply felt. Whether you're scared, excited, grieving, grateful, or all of the above, know that your uncertainty coexists with your understanding. It is easy for contradiction to be confused with failure, for certainty to be confused with direction, purpose. I hope that wherever you're going, or where you find yourself in a few years, you trust yourself to live authentically, which means holding more than one truth at a time. So to our faculty, who have made the halls feel a little less lonely, and our teachers, who never let our mistakes define us, who challenged our perspectives and offered us new ones, to our parents, who have supported and encouraged our journeys, to our friends, who feel more like families these days, thank you. We are grateful for your time, your energy, and your kindness. And to my class of 2026, if I could leave you with anything, remember to be bold, be careful, be carefree, be patient, be kind, behave, be aware, be honest, be mindful, be scared, and know that you can be all of them at once. Because adulthood does not begin when things make sense. It begins when we stop asking them to, when we are aware enough to notice our oblivion, when we are cautious enough to be effortlessly wild. I wish you all the best of luck. May your future be bright. May your path remain your own. And if nothing else, may your mind stay ambiguous. Thank you.
Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard, and Area Associate Superintendent Dr. Deb Hoffman, and MMSD Board of Education, I hereby certify that the students presented here today, the West High Class of 2026, have met all of the requirements for graduation as set forth in board policy and are ready to receive their high school diplomas from the Madison Metropolitan School District. It is with great pride that I present to you the West High Class of 2026. Students in the first row on my left, will you stand at this time and come to the stage?
Lure Abbasi. Adamani, Michael Adamani. Jamari Adams Sandoval. Kimberly Abraham Gonzalez. Jesus Aguilar Martinez. Noor Ahmed. Ruby Eisenstein. Hiba Al-Qureshi. Nadim Alatut. Kaylin Alder. Sulady Alejo Munoz. Rahman Ali. Lauren Ali Bali. Marcus Allen. Rhonda Amer. August Anderson. Eric Anderson. Samuel Anderson. Shepard Anderson Brown. Ezra Ankovich. Jacques Frank Arevalo Velasquez. Jesus Armenta. Julissa Armenta Carapia. Armaic Winston. Etienne Armstrong. Emily Areola Bautista. Markyla Ashford. Maya Assad Thompson. Ismael Atia. Dashea Alcapina. Imogene Austin. Adama Ba. Awa Ba. Ken Beard. Hisham Bakri. Stella Balsley. Seth Banks. Helen Barantes Royas. Aaron Bart. Nolan Bartel. Aladdin Basharslan. Emir Basarslan. Paulina Batina. Joe Beal. Graham Belayev. Nevaeh Benton. Sion Berkovitz. Gabriela Basert Limon. Kai Blanco. Kayla Blitz. Isaiah Block. Madeline Bone. Arthur Boldarev. Alice Boots. Natalie Bosman. Maya Bouchard. Benson Boutel. Elliot Bradbury. Sabrina Brandt. Brianna Brown. Kimante Brown. Lauren Brown. Isaac Brown. Claire Bunders. Kayla Bergen. Maya Burkhard Dardis. Noah Burtis. Isabel Cabrera. Liam Cahill. Bryn Campbell. Timon Cantley. Jane Carey. Macy Carlson. Samuel Carlson. Enzo Corolla. Helen Castellanos Galvez. Sherilyn Castillo. Gustavo Siaka Tecalero. Robin Chambreau. Mateo Chimenti. Angelina Chang. Kelly Chen. Aviana Clark. Javar Clark. Natalie Clark. Ava Clifford. Francis Colbert. Inaya Coles. Eleanor Collins. Roderick Contreras Colmenares. Owen Cooney. Beck Cooper. Daphna Koplavich. Julian Cornelison. Gael Coton. Sebastian Covarrubias. Tegan Cross. Martin Ruiz Cruz. Giovanni Cruz Candellero. Axel Kwamani. Jakob Sear. Jules DaCosta. Beck Dahl. Liam Daman Leseca. Abidou Dana. Basil Diaz. Diego Daniel Zacaria. Monica Danielle Cocconi. Fatou Darbo. Aaron Dawson. Mara Dawson. Nivea Day. Jose de Hilario Castro. Yuram Fernando Delgado Flores. Olivia Dennis. Andrew DeVito. Vansh Dhaka. Bintu Diallo. Edwin Diaz Martinez. Alexis Diaz Reyes. Isabella Di Carlantonio. Jania Dillard. Luca Dolizalik. Cadell Donovan. Joshua Douglas. Axel Drinkwater of Baker. Zach Dufresne. Johnny Duran. Julian DuRussell. Jasper Agia Mercado. Eliana Ehlert. Clay Elmore. Christabel Engel. Angeli Eraso Rondon. Jonathan Escobar. Ruben Espeseth. Noah Estrella. Trishana Everhart. Frank Fabian. Danielle Ferrardo. Molly Ferguson. Ray Fick. Luke Field. Antonio Figueroa. Tumas Fleming. Eric Yael Flores Chaparro. Jesse Flores Perez. Luca Florio. Mar Felker. Petra Fondrick. Skylar Forcier. Toby Friedman. Afa Fritz. Mila Fulop. Amalia Fung Jenkins. Yusuf Fustak. Violet Gallo. AJ Garcia. Helen Garcia Contreras. Azul Garcia. Sebastian Garcia. Rafael Garcia Dove. Malachi Gaines. Drake Gebler. Nina Geerdink. Cyrus Gelbach. Gwendolyn Geiger. Liam Geiger. Gianna Germanata. Marika Geyer. Everett Gearing. Isaac Gildry Voiles. Jackson Gerard. Julianne Glasgow. Clara Glynn. Sarah Getz. Jagar Getska. Zara Gokhale. Yadurke Gomez Aragan. Justin Chad Gonzalez. Jesus Gonzalez Ugalde. Silas Paul Grant. Tamara Gruber. Claire Grunwald. Iris Gu. Thomas Gunshore. Dinghan Guo. Cullen Gustafson. Jose Gutierrez. Alessandro Gutierrez Sanchez. Braden Hamilton. Owen Hands. Guinevere Hansen. Sandrielle Harris. Josephine Hasanoff. Noah Havighurst. Zijan Ha. He. Danielle Hegeman. Alan Hernandez Balesa. Diana Herrera. Mitzli Herrera Aguilar. Piper Hess. Isaac Hessman. Odin Hill. Joshua Holdener. Kunavit Hong. Isaias Hoover Adams. Robin Hora. Genevieve Harashi. Jaden Horn. Benjamin Hughes. Amaya Huneas. Samantar Hussein. Zariah Jackson. Melissa James. Zachary James. Amir Rashad Johnson. Kovarian Johnson. Ruby Johnson. Prevan Johnson. Edwin Juarez Ramos. Jack Gergella. Sylvia Kammerzelt. Aiden Carness. Ryan Carness. Amelia Kelly. Tavish Kennedy. Cameron Key. Kazay Khalil. Zoe Kim. Will Kimmel. Noah Kinsley. Amelia Chelland. Reese Klein. Ava Knapp. Morris Kodesh. Ariana Contney. Lila Kotlari. Jonathan Kraus. Sayana Riley Logan.
Stephen Kimmel. Jack Kuhn. Clyde Lacey. Harrison Lamontagne. Eric Larson. Desmond Lassiter. Eleanor Lawler. Aiden Lee. Lila Lee. Samuel Lee. Jimena Lemus Mendoza. Mia Lentz. Henry Leiden. Giovanni Limon Hernandez. Nakima Khadija Little. Sophia Loker. May Lowen. Sequoia Lohide. Carlos Samuel Lugo Ruiz. Sergio Luna Ramirez Jr. Anouk Luye. Alan Lee. Avery Maas. Lucia McFarlane. Leila Madurera Alvarez. Sarah Mandel. Quinn Mangerson. Patrick Marty. Henry Masakisa. Catherine Matthews. Silas Matthews. Mason Maddie. Noah Matsky. Benjamin Mayashiba. Ashton Kendall Mazumavi. Beatrice McAleese. Andrew McCann. Chloe McCullough. Jack McDonald. London McGee. Kate McKinley. Juliet McMurray. Ellie McNamara. Matthew Medina Penadillo. Nando Medina Rodriguez. Julian Medina Ruiz. Keslin Mejia Osorio. Renee Melendez. Camila Mena. Edgar Mendez Mendez. Ashley Mercado. This one first. Montserrat Itziwari Mesa Garcia. Henry Miesbauer. William Miller Grande. Kendrick Mitchell. Juan Montalvo. Carlos Montes Martinez. Reagan Montgomery. Eileen Morales Gutierrez. Rin Moreno. Andrina Moreno Carrullo. Theodore Morrison. Quincy Mosley. Maya Moxley. Scarlett Mueller. Evelyn Musgrave. Mary Nagel. Dexter Nardi. Valeria Navarro Mercado. Oralia Nelson. Sharif Noegi. Enzo Ng. Luca Nicomedo. Sophie Neiman. Mary Tessa Nolte. Dane Nordeng. Michael Nowacki. Maliha Newman. Ian O'Callahan. Morgan O'Connor. Annabelle O'Malley. Sam Olson. Isla Osborne. Sarah Ostelder. Mia Ozan. Jean Pan. Ana Paradiso Romero. Ilda Parker. Truman Parker. Rowan Parsons. Annika Patel. Samir Payne. Corey Payton. Alexa Peacock. Jamaya Pender. Janaya Pender. Ariadna Perez. Jose Perez. Vian Perez Meyer. Desmond Perkins. Wiley Perone. August Peters. Tasman Peters. Sebastian Peets. Samuel Pineda. Alejandro Ponce. Lyra Post. Oliver Powell. Cora Pulhowski. Owen Pertel. Gerardo Quechol Sacasontle. Ilan Rabinowitz. Ramiro Ramirez. Claudia Ramquist. Sky Rautiainen. Rafael Rebolledo. Bryn Reichart. Lucia Reina de Jesus. Thomas Rentz. Gabriela Retana. Felipe Reyes Dominguez. Millie Ridgely. Sver Roang. Abdullah Rogers. Sam Rodriguez Paz. Mirabel Roffers. Antonio Rollins II. Alessandra Romero. Paula Romero Gonzalez. Zoila Romero Mesa. Marco Rosales Cepeda. Jonah Rosenhagen. Jaden Ross. Brandon Royalty. Rania Rubey. Colin Rushala. Alex Ruiz Prado. Declan Ryan. Adam Sandwick Schrader. Jane Sato Givens. Quinlan Shear. Bodie Schilling. Henry Shepke. Owen Shepke. Catherine Schrader. Kyan Schreiber. Pippa Schrader. Alexis Shruby. Brian Segura Castañeda. Mason Shadle. Hunter Shadman. Amelia Shadrach Rudels. Priya Shah. Ari Shapiro. Evan Shearer. Asha Shukla. Indra Sikal. Aslan Sidakov. Theodore Singer. Chandrima Singh. Tora Skefsted. Lily Smith. Dylan Snelling. Anissa Solman. Mateo Sotelo Arroyo. Faith Spira. Bennett St. Clair. Pierce St. John. Finn Stapleton. Beckett Stouffer. Walter Strange. Nathan Stryker. Anastasia Strelkov. Allison Suarez Abrahan. Lila Summerbell. Isaac Sund. Michael Swamanen. Ravi Suryan Baleen. Charlotte Sussman. Sunny Swafford. Grady Sims. Nora Taft. Jory Talarico. Jawed Talub. Jonas Tangen. Kamari Taylor. Kamari Taylor. Eric Tecalero Santos. Jasmine Teobal Flores. Hannah Terra. Eugen Tapa. Addie Thiel. Shatonia Thomas. Derek Thomas III. Tiana Thompson. Paige Tierney. Mary Tischler. Claire Teitelbaum. Livy Tornquist. Miguel Angel Torres Gale. Charles Tracy. Rachel Treloff. Kalia Turby. Arena Upriti. Ayla Valentine. Roger Vargas Patino. Alexandra Vargas Ramirez Jr. Beatrice Vaughn. Dulce Maria Vasquez. Edwin Vasquez Solis. Amalia Vieira Lamy. Marisol Virgen de la Torre. Heaven Verges. Jonah Wallace. Rosemary Walsh. Nolan Wong. Hezekiah Ward. Finley Wardrip. Elizabeth Warren. Angelo Warwick. Clara Warwick. Grayson Wozniewski. Axel Watson. Damon Weil. Simone Weinhold. Sebastian Weitzman. Samuel Welch. Amelie Wieben. Lucas Wersiach. Kalia Williams. Catherine Wiggins. Giselle Wilborn. Ruby Williams. Breon Willis. Michael Wilson. Orion Wilson. Theo Winchester. Eleanor Winkle Wagner. Abla Raimonda Wogomebu. Romel Womack. Osvaldo Shelwa Garcia. Chase Sia. Eric Yang. Aria Yabus. King Wai Yi. Alex Yin. Do-hyun Yum. Yesenia Salvidar Garcia. Cristal Zapata. Eleanor Zelinka. Trey Zorco. Emmanuel Ramirez Castillo. Felix Moffitt.
Class of 2026, following the moving of tassels, there will be a recessional for graduates off the floor. The recessional will be led by the honor marshals. Please remain in your row until the honor marshals release your row. So Madison West, class of 2026, please stand. The time-honored tradition of moving your tassels from right to left, signals the significant passage from student to graduate. At this time, together as a class, please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2026.